Hi, welcome to What's Cooking with Rochelle. Today we are going to make a zucchini tart. Super fast and easy. I'm even going to give you a couple of hacks that you can make it even faster. To get started, what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 zucchinis, and these are, average size, not huge or anything like that. And just cut the tops off of both of them. And we are going to cut the butts off as well. And we are going to slice these. You could definitely slice them by hand. I'm going to just use the machine. Okay, that didn't take long at all, right? So let's get this out of the way. And we're just gonna put the zucchini in a bowl for now until we get the rest of everything together. And you can see, now I sliced this on number 1 on my slicer, and I'll show you how thick that is here in just a second, once we get these in the bowl. Excellent. Okay, so you can see they're thin, but they're not paper thin. That'll make it cook really easily and make it be fast dinner for you. So the next step to make our zucchini tart is we're going to take 1 cup of flour, and to this we are adding 6 tablespoons of shortening. And we are just going to mix this a little bit with our spatula first. You're incorporating one into the other. To this, we're simply just going to add water. Cold water sometimes makes it easier, but it doesn't have to be super cold. Alrighty, we got that pretty good. I have 3 tablespoons here of water. We may not have to use it all, so we're just going to add a little bit at a time. And you can do this with your hands. I normally do.
Forward.
But I'm being good and doing it with a spatula today. All right, add a little bit more. And that looks like that's going to come together just nicely. We are going to put this into a ball. We're actually going to roll the crust out. And so one of the shortcuts you could do if you wanted to was simply buy a store-bought crust instead. You could also use your mixer to get the crust together, but you saw how quick and easy that was. Excellent. We'll get rid of that. Alrighty. Now I'm going to push this stuff out for just a second. We're going to use that in a minute. First, we're going to get our crust together. Okay, so we're going to make it into a ball. And if you've seen me make a crust before, you know how to do this, guys. All right, got that all beautiful. Make it flat. And we are going to take our rolling pin and we're going to, because of the side that I'm using, it's not very deep, but it is a wider, flatter tart pan. You could make this to whatever size you wanted, but 1 cup of flour is 1 crust. And so let me grab just a hair of flour to throw on this. I usually do dust it with flour. Okay. And that's just to prevent it from sticking to the rolling pin. Now you can see when you're rolling it out how if you push from the center towards you in a circular fashion, you're going to get the result that you want. And this is just about big enough. Like I've told you guys before, when you can see the mat through the crust is thin enough. Unless you're doing something fancy, that's what you're looking for. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see the design through it now. So I'm going to go ahead and take one edge and just gently get it started on the rolling pin. And it will roll right up. We have an ungreased tart here pan that we're going to put this into. And you're simply going to take it to the one edge and roll it across. There we go. When you're making a tart, it's not like an edged crust, so you actually just want it to go to the edge. And we're going to actually remove the remainder. We're going to fix that in just a second. Alrighty. And we have preheated the oven to 375 degrees. Okay, and we just have 2 little areas here to quickly fix. I'll show you how easy that is. Just like that. All right, there we go. We're going to get rid of our extra dough. If you've watched any of my other videos, I've got a great video about making pie dough rolls from extra dough. But here's our crust. Let me get rid of all of this. And we can move on to the next step. So we have these beautiful zucchini that we have sliced. We're going to be decorating them inside of this. So first off, we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of mustard, or excuse me, of mayonnaise. We're adding to that a little bit of nice stone ground mustard. It's to your taste. You can add anywhere from a teaspoon to a tablespoon. So let's get this mixed up. I think we'll add just a little bit more. All right, then we are going to take this and spread it out on the bottom of our pie pan. And you just want a thin layer across the crust bottom. This is an uncooked crust that we're putting it on. You haven't par-baked it or anything. All right, excellent. There we go. All right, so the next part is going to be feta cheese. Now, if you prefer goat cheese or a different cheese, you want something that's a saltier cheese to use in this. We're simply just going to crumble feta cheese on the bottom. And if you wanted to make it a vegan, you could definitely you can switch and not even put the cheese in here. But I think it adds a nice layer element to the dish. And I had 4 ounces of a block of feta. You can definitely use already pre-crumbled as well. Okay, now to this, we are going to take our zucchinis and we are going to start on the outside and literally just layer them. And you're going to go ahead and do this until you have all your zucchinis used up, or you have as many zucchini as you want in it. And so in the summer when zucchini is super popular, this is a nice, easy dinner that, like I said, doesn't take that long and tastes really great. All right, once you get back to the beginning of your circle, you're going to make another layer and just overlap them just like that. And we are going to continue this all the way to the center. Now this is just to make it look beautiful. If you didn't care about the way that it looked, you could just throw the zucchini down. But we're trying to make it look nicer for you guys. All right, there we go. Now, on top of this, we're going to add just a couple more things before we put it in the oven. I have a teaspoon of thyme that I'm just going to sprinkle over this. And we are going to put some fresh cracked pepper and salt. All right, and that is it. Super simple and easy. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. It's gonna take about 15 or 20 minutes to bake, and then you can dig right in. All right, so our zucchini tart actually took about a half an hour. We're gonna go ahead and get it out of the oven because it is done. Look at that, you guys. All right, I am gonna go ahead and cut up a piece, let it cool off for just a minute, and we're gonna dig right in. All right, so the best part is the part where we get to eat after all of our great work that we did. Remember, zucchini tart, you could make it easier, faster by having a pre-made crust. And if you wanted to omit the cheese to make it vegan, you can do that too. So let's dig in to our tart. This is such a great, easy dish. Try it. I bet you'll be surprised. I've had people who don't even like zucchini who actually think it's pretty good. So I hope after you've tried it, you want to try one of the other great recipes we have as well. I appreciate you watching and taking time and subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
잠깐만.